To Golden One Center right now, and that's where our very own Matt George is standing by. Now, Matt, you were at the media watch party tonight with the Kings. I can imagine there were a lot of whispers going on by who the Kings may potentially draft up and pick. So I guess we can't necessarily say that we're shocked by what happened.
Yeah, Kevin, there was a lot of toe tapping and twiddling our thumbs for the first 2 hours or so of the draft, as we figured there would be. There's been rumors that the Sacramento Kings were looking to move into the first round, but we figured it would be in the 20s range. Now, it was contingent, though, on something very specific. Would the guy or guys that new Kings general manager Scott Perry and the Sacramento Kings were interested in drafting, would they even be there? The Kings, of course, days ago could have traded for a first-round pick, and we would have known they were making a selection tonight, but they wouldn't have known who would have been there and available when they made their selection. So Perry bided his time, watched the draft with all of us, was very active on the calls. The Oklahoma City Thunder were not the only team that the Kings were talking to potentially move in to that 20s range. They had their eye on a couple of names tonight, ended up finding a deal with the Oklahoma City Thunder, which makes a ton of sense. The Thunder have a lot of draft picks, a lot of players. They just won a championship. They have a draft pick to spare. So the Kings went out, made a deal with them because they knew Nique Clifford of Colorado State would be there on the board for them to take. Scott Perry starting his tenure here as the new general manager of the Sacramento Kings, going out and getting his rookie.
The Kings acquired a Nique Clifford. When you look at the Kings' backcourt right now, there's a lot of players in that backcourt. How do you see Nique Clifford kind of fitting in with this Kings basketball team?
Well, what we're trying to still figure out, Kev, is what is the direction of the Sacramento Kings, right? Are they looking to continue to be very competitive in the Western Conference? All signs point to that. Are they looking for a sort of soft rebuild now with the Scott Perry era of the Kings? We don't really know, but Nique Clifford being an older rookie, 5 years of college experience, that usually means he's more of a or has more win-now capabilities, can make more of an immediate impact than an 18 and 19-year-old who's coming in to kind of develop and grow the NBA game. That being said, we also have to be realistic, right? This is the 24th pick in the draft. We're not talking about Cooper Flagg. We're not talking about a lottery pick of someone to be a game changer overnight. Hopefully, Nique can be that here in Sacramento, but I think the Kings are looking at him as a future contributor. And you're right, there's a logjam at that guard position. So the question is, how does this set the table for future moves? You got Zach LaVine, DeMar DeRozan, Malik Monk, three guards right there that play a similar position to Nique Clifford. The theory is the Kings will try to move on from one of them, and while we might have thought it was going to be DeMar DeRozan coming into the offseason, it may end up being Malik Monk from just the latest rumors and reports out there. So we'll have to monitor and see. There's still a ton of offseason left.
Well, we know, Matt, if anyone stays on top of Sacramento Kings basketball, it is definitely you. And for everyone watching, be sure to tune in to the Locked On Kings podcast tonight that is hosted by the man, Matt George, for everything you need to know about Nique Clifford, the draft, and Sacramento Kings basketball.